Today we're going to talk about marriage because, as it turns out, what's normal for one couple can be absolute chaos for another. We're all different. Imagine that. A mom on TikTok asked married people to spill the tea on things they do in their relationship that other couples might totally judge, and the answers were honestly kind of brilliant. So here are 8 totally normal things that some couples do in their marriages that might raise a few eyebrows from other couples. But hey, whatever works. Let's get into it. 1. They take separate vacations. This one always sparks a debate, right? But just because you're married doesn't mean that you're glued together at the hip. Some couples swear by taking solo trips or vacations with friends. Separate vacation gives you space, lets you miss each other a little bit, and you come back feeling refreshed instead of resentful. A marriage psychologist even said it can boost your relationship. So if a weekend getaway with your friends sounds more relaxing than a couple's wine tour, go for it. I personally can attest to this one, but I also am a person that just enjoys traveling alone and abiding by my own schedule and doing what I want to do for a few days every once in a while. I spend so much of my time in my daily life catering to the needs of others, including my husband, my kids, my family. Why wouldn't I want or need a few days to focus on myself every decade or so? So if you've never traveled without your partner, but you're maybe craving a little bit of alone time, give it a go. 2. They don't buy each other presents. This one might sound cold at first until you realize that not everyone cares about gifts. Maybe your love language is quality time, not unwrapping something expensive. For some couples, skipping the stress of shopping and spending money and just spending time together is way more meaningful than that fancy watch or maybe a surprise party. But before you decide that this is what you're going to do in your relationship, make sure your partner is on board. While I personally don't really believe in the love languages, I know that's a little bit of a controversial take, I do love it when someone I care about considers my wants and needs and surprises me with the perfect thing. So to my husband, if you're watching this, you are not off the hook for my birthday this year. Sorry. Again, every relationship is different, so openly communicate with your partner and do what works for both of you. 3. They have separate bank accounts. This one really gets people fired up. But listen, financial independence is important to a lot of people, even if they're married. Separate accounts can mean fewer fights about spending and more freedom to manage your own money. A report by SoFi suggests that about 10 to 15% of couples keep their money entirely separate. Just because you have separate bank accounts, it doesn't mean you're hiding things. It just means you don't want to ask for permission every time you hit add to cart. For myself, I am in a shared bank account marriage, but I can understand why some couples might go this route and have separate finances. As long as everyone is contributing in a way that feels equitable and one partner isn't holding finances over the other's head, you do you. 4. They text each other from opposite rooms. You know what? If you're comfy in bed and your partner's in the kitchen, why yell when you can just shoot a quick text? It's efficient, it's quiet, and let's be honest, it's kind of giving peak millennial. Not everything has to be a face-to-face moment, especially if you're just asking if they can check to see if we need more oat milk. I will admit to doing this. My husband and I both work from home, and sometimes I just don't want to trek across the house to his office in the basement when I can just drop him a text and he can read it on his computer monitor. Maybe I'm lazy, but it works, so don't judge. 5. They watch TV shows separately. Some couples treat Netflix together like sacred bonding time. But let's just say that if we start a show together in this relationship, you'd better wait for me to watch the next episode with you, or there will be some hell to pay. Yes, it's happened. And no, it was not pretty. But other couples are perfectly fine watching their own show solo. And honestly, that's fair. If he wants to binge Game of Thrones while you're more of a Bridgerton person, then why suffer? My husband watches at least 1,000% more TV than I do. I don't want to get trapped into watching every major series, so unless we have an arrangement and actually start a show together, he's free to binge whatever he wants. TV time should be relaxing, not a hostage situation. 6. They don't discuss large purchases. This one depends a lot on your finances, but some couples give each other total autonomy. If both partners are responsible and trust each other, not everything has to be a committee decision. And large purchase means different things to different people, so what feels like a splurge to one person might be a totally normal purchase to another person. Again, communication is key. In our marriage, my husband knows he can get away with buying a $300 pair of running shoes, which I think is an obscene amount to spend on a pair of running shoes, and he won't run that past me first, likely because he knows I'll judge him for spending so much on shoes. But for things like I don't know, maybe a car, or even buying a new phone, some expensive electronics, we would definitely chat about that first because we do share our finances and we need to make sure that we're sticking to our budget. 7. They sit in silence for hours. Sound boring? Actually, it's kind of beautiful. When you can just be with someone without having to fill the silence or entertain each other constantly, that's a whole new level of intimacy. Whether you're just reading books or people watching from the porch, that quiet comfort is underrated. That person is your person and you can talk or not talk for hours. Yeah, we can include laying by each other at night in bed, scrolling our phones side by side as a way to sit in silence for hours. There's just this calm assurance to knowing that your person is there and that they choose to doom scroll next to you. 8. They have separate bathrooms. Okay, this one just might be genius. What mad scientist came up with this brilliant idea? One person's dream spa setup might be another person's toothpaste-covered nightmare. So we don't have a dream spa setup in our primary ensuite at our house, but my husband does have his ideal toilet conditions, complete with bidet and squatty potty. TMI? Maybe, but if he needs to do his business, if you know what I'm saying, he refuses to use any other porcelain throne in the house, which means I'm fresh out of luck if I've also got to go. Having separate bathrooms doesn't mean you're growing apart. It might just mean you stay together longer. Fewer arguments, more personal space, less holding it, and a little mystery. Sign us up, please. Basically, what works for one marriage might seem totally weird to someone else, but if it brings you peace, helps you feel seen, and keeps the love strong, who cares what other people think? Do you and your partner do anything that others might judge? Or did one of these make you go, oh my god, us too? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and text your partner that's in the other room and have them watch this video too. Thanks for watching YourTango.